The journey with 90 started when we had a new proposition that we wanted to take to market, and actually it was a slightly different business model to what we were used to.
We were brought in to really start to understand what did the customers actually want, who were the customers, and actually get them in the room.
We were able to take them from the seed of an idea through to something that they can take to their executive committee to get funding to move it to the next stage. What we were able to bring is 90's framework, methodology, approach and thinking, but put it in a very clean space by actually looking at ideas to start a new business from scratch, including all of its propositional elements, but also including its operating model and how it would work in practice.
We're a pretty innovative company. We're well known for innovation, but what we haven't been particularly successful at is actually talking to our customers and understanding what they really need. We're very good at designing products for our customers without actually asking them what they really want.
What was really interesting is the idea they started with really changed. There was some things that stayed and some things that went away, but if we hadn't gone through that process and got in customers, which is something that they were really struggling to do, we would not have got to the answer we got to at the end of the process.
Stage one was very interesting because you've got an idea, you've got a belief in what you know, and it's quite hard to give up that idea sometimes, and for somebody to come in and really tear the idea, break it down, to kind of rebuild it again. And actually what felt strange was the idea that we loved might not be the idea we end up with. There may be a pivot in the middle, so that was quite surprising. I was quite surprised at how well we took that and how we went on the journey with the 90 guys.
We had the opportunity to work both in the UK from London, but also in the US from New York to actually build out this idea and to test it with different target customer groups. We needed to have data and evidence that we drove through our framework in order to help them get to a clear conclusion and answer to which market to go for first. Beazley had a really strong idea, but what they hadn't done was to test it and put it in front of their business user customers. By doing so, they were able to focus in and be laser on where the priorities lay for this concept.
The bit I loved the most was the engagement in stage 2 with the actual business owners of our target business. So actually having them in the room, face-to-face interviews, actually really getting down to the nuts and bolts of what they worry about, what keeps them up at night. And actually what the 90 guys were very good at was telling us the value of keep going with the customers, keep asking the questions with the customer rather than just go straight to build.
We were there 3 days a week, enabled us to develop really deep relationships, enabled us to act as a real team.
Culturally, there was a really good fit between the two teams. It was a safe environment for people to throw up new ideas. It was a safe environment for people to call out bad ideas. The 90 guys have helped us develop a market testing capability. So that's a new framework that we now have within the organisation that we can use on multiple products and multiple rollouts.
The ideas that we've developed with Beazley had been in existence for some time within the organisation, but to actually test it directly with different groups of customers, that was a real difference and game changer for them.
The customer perspective, that desirability is so important to the success of innovation. It enabled us to make some really good decisions and back us with data and perspective rather than just best guesses. That's what I enjoyed most, and that's what I believe the client took most from this project.